podcast. I am unfortunately your host, Mr. Tan, Mr. Daryl Tan, and today we are joined by two new people, Mr. Tang Zifeng and Mr. Tan Weizi.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright, so perhaps let's hear a little bit from Mr. Tan Weizi. Why didn't you join us the last time?
Well, to be honest, I wanted to join you all, but I had some husband duties. Yes, let's just keep it at that.
The ever loyal husband. Alright.
Yeah.
How about our brand new Mr. Tang Zifeng?
Okay, I definitely don't have any husband duties, but I didn't get the invite last session, so I'm here today. Yes.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We are an inclusive community. Don't worry about it. All right. Okay. So today, we want to talk about games and gaming as a whole. Perhaps I can share first, right? I mean, some of my students would know that I actually do play Dota. I play a lot of games actually, to be very honest. I have quite a lot of things that I want to play, a lot of JRPGs as well. But you know, most of my time, whenever I play, it's on Dota. It's on currently the new one is Yu-Gi-Oh. There's a new game
Yu-Gi-Oh.
out. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's many years
It's a
ago.
card game, but they released
Yeah,
a
I thought it was an anime.
no, it's
No.
an anime. It's
Anime.
on a card game, and then they made a
see.
game based on it, like a digital version of it, so it's more accessible. Yeah, so I've been spending a lot of time on that. Weizi, what about you?
Yes. What type of games I play?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I left my gaming life behind, but the little games that I bring along with me to adulthood, I play this game called Mouse Hunt. And do you all know what Mouse Hunt is?
No.
Not really.
No.
It's
Mouse Hunt?
very simple. You just catch a mouse every 15 minutes.
How
Yeah.
do you catch the mouse? You
Yeah.
So
you
I
press on it.
yes, I click a button and it catches a mouse. So I live my life 15 minutes at a time.
So you can't.
wait. So
Literally catch
wait.
the
So
mouse.
you stare at your screen for
No.
15 minutes at a time.
I wish. But it's kind of the game where it's like a AFK type of game. So every now and then I just check my mouse trap and I caught a mouse and I feel happy. Yeah.
So you play
And
through
that
laptop or?
no, it's on my phone.
Oh, on your phone.
And I've been at it for as long as some of our students have been alive.
Wait,
Oh,
it was
no.
on Facebook, right?
Yes, on Facebook. I started when I was
Ah.
Sec 3 and I'm double the age now. So yes.
Okay, sounds about right.
The ancient
Right.
Facebook. Yes, the ancient Facebook. All right, thank you, Wei. So what about Zifeng? What about you?
For games, I think like do I call you Mr. Tan? Like Wei Zhi, okay? I started for longer than some of you have been alive. I started when I was in primary school actually, Maple Story. And
Oh no.
I
Maple Story.
right? And
OG.
Yeah, I played for a really long time, and then on and off. Okay, even through PSLE, and then I stopped in time for O levels, and recently I've been playing ML, Mobile Legends. Yeah, so good games. Yes.
ML. What's your rank, Zifeng?
I am Mythic 4. Okay, if your rank is higher than me, it means that you're playing too much. Okay?
Well said.
Okay.
So Zifeng here is the top cream of the crop. All right.
Wow.
What about Miss Ding Hui Tan?
Currently, I'm playing this game. I've been playing for quite a few years. Like recent years, I just started because of my younger relatives. So I started playing Brawl Star. Yeah, just to keep engaged with and connected with my nieces and nephews. Yeah.
So do you play it when they're not around also?
Yes, I do. I actually play with my friends. I realize I have some friends who are playing other than.
So not just for the
Yeah,
nieces.
so
Yeah,
it's not just for the nieces. Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Exposed.
Yeah, but I think Hui Tan brought up a good point, right? Like a lot of us, we play games because of the social aspect of it, getting to
Yes.
connect with your friends and
Or
playing
even
with
relatives.
them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. This is how we catch up with times, right? Always young at heart.
Yeah, so here we want to transition into perhaps the slightly more serious part of the topic, which is actually talking about gaming as a whole, right? Gaming as a pastime, gaming as a lifestyle. games can take up a majority of our lives. I think we all can agree with that. We here all have our own experiences with gaming, and I will just briefly share about mine. Mine is not too exciting because it's still going on. I play a lot. I play too much, but I do my work when I have to do my work. But I do play a lot of it. I love games that particularly that challenge me because there's a lot of things to grow. In particular, this is something that those of you who play a lot of ML, right, then you are raging non-stop. Same thing with Dota, right? But one thing I have actually picked up, life skill, is how to control my anger, right? I'm always angry until the point I'm no longer angry, right? So that's just something that I went through. What about Wei Zi?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I think my story is more of a extreme one. Maybe some of y'all might have heard it before. I used to always tell it to my classes. Yeah, but back then I was an avid gamer like you, or maybe you students out there right now. I used to play Dota, CS, you name it. I'm not sure whether y'all know what a LAN shop is. Have y'all been to a LAN shop?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's in our time, LAN shops were, we don't have internet games last time. So what we do, we all sit together and play in the same shop. We call it a LAN shop. $2 per hour. So we play 3 hours normally, and we play Counter-Strike, Dota.
Yeah, and it also helps that like they give you PCs that are actually good enough to run the games, right? We weren't all that.
It was an experience,
yeah.
And I think it's the culture is definitely dead now. But last time I used to partake in it. But yeah, I think for me personally, gaming took quite a toll on me because I used to keep playing. After I go home from school, the first thing I do is just on my computer and have an in-house game with 10 other people from my class, and then that means 0 studying for 10 people. Yeah, and I think this continued until when I was in JC, where I hit my rock bottom. I think I was the last in class for a certain subject. I think it was math, and from then on, something just clicked in me. It's like, what am I doing here? What's the point of me being in JC if I'm going to fail? And from then on, I just completely stopped gaming up to now. So, yeah, that's my story. It's a bit extreme, but that's where I came from. Yes.
Wow. Nice. I mean, well, I like that. I like that you took action based on what was happening to you. Yeah, and it worked out, right? Was there something that it led to, Mr. Tan?
Well, if you want me to say it, I would say that my decision kind of shaped my whole life after that. So if I think about it, why am I doing here now? Is because of my decision. My wife. How do I meet my wife? How do I marry my wife? It's also because of my decision to stop gaming. I think people don't understand, the small actions that you did when you're young.
Yes.
How it leads to big changes in the future. So that's just my pearls of wisdom for you all.
Pearls of wisdom indeed. All right. Mr. Tang Zifeng, what about you?
I guess for myself, as I shared earlier, I gamed a lot when I was younger. So similar to Mr. Tan, Wei Zhi. Okay, we didn't play together, as in of course.
Your ages are not that close together, so
yes, not that. But yes, when I was younger, I would play a lot with my friends as well. So we would play Maple Story from early morning all the way till night time, during our holidays. So we needed to wake up really early to go to the map so that we could own the map.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that. Then you were going to chase away everyone who
so you had to chase away other people.
Cyberbullying.
Yeah, you had to stick. This is my territory. So we had to wake up really early for that. I woke up even earlier than I did for school. That was how dedicated I was to Maple Story. So, but of course, even though we had a lot of fun together as friends, I think it was damaging lah. First of all, from not needing spectacles, I went to needing spectacles because I was just staring at the screen for so long.
Hey, don't you know that it's not that much to do with yours? It has nothing to do with your eyesight. It doesn't affect your eyesight. No, it doesn't. Come on.
Does it really not?
No, it doesn't.
Really?
I don't know. I
Hot
don't
take
wear
here. Hot take here. All right. All right.
Okay, I'm not too sure. Okay, we might have to fact check that. But I think I played a bit too much. And you know, sometimes you would like play until you get a migraine and then you wouldn't stop. So I had those phases as well. But luckily for me, okay, my friends actually, they decided, okay, it's almost time for the O levels. And everyone had their goals after the O levels. So we just stopped. And you know, like we mentioned earlier, I think gaming, a large part of it is for the social aspect. You spend time with your friends, you achieve things with your friends. So when they stopped, there was no point in me, you know, playing alone, having achievements on my own. So I just naturally stopped as well. Yep. So I'm quite lucky that I did what I did. And you know, gaming in moderation is alright, which is why I'm back. Literally, okay. I'm not back in MapleStory, but I am playing other games now.
You need some work-life balance, right?
Yes, you definitely do,
Work-life
right?
Self-care,
So,
self-care.
yes,
Yeah,
self-care.
self-care.
If you see me on the bus,
Are
after
you on a
school,
game?
I might be playing a game.
Okay.
It's time to disturb Zifeng. He's like, oh, Mr. Tang, and then make him panic and then die. Oh, okay.
No, but
Alright.
as the SM Com reminds you every morning, okay, please be you know, respectful and courteous. So if you are playing games or if you are watching things, please plug in your headphones. So I might not be able to hear you at all. Yeah.
That's what he wants.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
just trying to preface
Block
that
out
he
all
will
the
ignore you.
distractions, yeah.
He will ignore you. All right. Well, actually, I like the positive peer influence right there. Everyone kind of like, from what I can understand, is that they also had a snap moment, right? Then others just like, oh, we need to stop, and then focus on what is important, and that's very important, right? Yeah. Okay. Last but certainly not least, Miss Ting. Miss
Okay.
Ting.
Actually, all my life I've been playing a lot of sports, like throughout my secondary school days to tertiary education, like JC and uni. So all my friends are all mainly sports people, the people I game with. So what happened was that we started in secondary school. We'll go to LAN shop to play L4D, Counter Strike, all these games together on weekends. I guess we were very lucky that our parents were quite relaxed that we can meet on weekends. Then 5 days week of school, we would definitely we have like 2 to 3 sessions of CCA per week. So everybody train hard together. We'll meet on weekends and game. Go home sometimes after school, we'll game. But what happened was that so we game a lot together until when it was nearing O levels, we were still gaming. But secretly, everybody was mugging. So out of like 10 of us, 9 of us managed to get achieve what we want to achieve for our O-level results, except for one friend. So 9 of us went to the same JC together. We applied together because we were staying in the same neighborhood, except for one friend. So I think that was a turning point for my friend. It really woke him up because he was initially he was very upset with everyone, like, we game together all this, then why is my results like that? Then your secret muggers. But I think the lesson to learn from here is that while you want to play hard, at the same time you have to be disciplined in other aspects of your life. So you need to know when to relax and when to study hard. When you have set this time to study, once you sit down, you focus and you have to be disciplined. Yeah, if not, you might end up like that one friend. But yeah, unfortunately, but eventually he went into another JC and he did well for his A levels. So we ended up in the same university together. Yeah, then everybody
Together
reunited.
again,
Reunited again. So, but it was a wake up call for him, I would say. But yeah,
So
I
the
guess,
question is, does that friend still play games to this day?
yes, he does.
He does.
Yeah.
But he has found a balance, right?
Yes, he has found a balance. So most of my friends that we started gaming in secondary school, we are still on and off. We will still play together. Yeah.
Brawl Stars.
Brawl Stars. I found another group of friends who play Brawl Stars.
What is this Brawl Stars all about? Okay, anyways.
Yes.
Alright.
Supercell.
So I think I would just like to wrap it up with I think Hui Tan's story is one that will apply to many of us here, many of us here, as well as many students here, right? Because we actually all go through the same thing. You know, like I said, games can be great and can be very advantageous to you. They can really help you learn a lot of things, improve a lot of skills. But at the same time, if you're not careful, it will suck you in. It will trap you.
It's a slippery
and it
slope,
will-
right?
Yeah, and it'll be hard for you to get out. And there was a common theme here, right? I think amongst all four of us. As long as we know when to stop, right? We know when to stop, when is our priorities, and that's the most important thing, right? So I think that is my number one takeaway from this, learning
Agreed,
about
agreed.
this. How about we can start from Hui Tan? What is your number one takeaway? Like, what other tips can you give to people?
I always tell my students, work hard, play hard. Yeah, but work
Yeah.
harder, work harder.
Work harder,
I
play
think I
harder.
emphasize on that.
Just work harder, but
Just work harder. Just
play
work.
as per normal. Yeah.
Play normal, like work harder. Okay.
No, I've seen some of the Sec 4s, right, this year, like, they seem very different, like, from Sec 3 because of the stress piling up. But I would like to say to our students, like, sometimes when you need to relax, you need to learn how to relax. Do the things that you enjoy. Like, for some of us, gaming is a way of distracting ourselves from the stress. So maybe we do not need to treat, like, gaming so negatively, like it's a bad thing. But it's all about self-control. So we need to know when to stop. And when we do need this time to relax. Yeah.
Definitely.
That's all for me. Yes, Mr. Tan. Tang.
Mr. Tang
Tang.
Zifeng?
Zifeng.
Yes,
Confusion.
may we hear from you now?
So many Tans.
Okay, I think, right, like as Ms. Ting Hui Tan shared, okay, a lot of self-control is needed, especially when you're very, very addicted to the game,
Yeah.
right? I think sometimes it's not just about the self-control, but like your peers, your friends can also influence you positively. So like what my friends did with me when I was in uni, because I was still playing in uni, so that was about 1-2 years ago. I was gaming quite avidly, I should say. So I was gaming with my friends, and they were saying like, okay, this is a bit too much. So we drew up a social contract, and we said that okay, we would study together for 8 hours, okay, total in a week before we can play 2 hours of games. So and then we signed on it, and then we decided to act on it together. So when your friends that you play with are in it together with you, I think it's a lot easier for you to manage it. Yeah, if not, sometimes they'll be like, I'm trying to study, but my friend is inviting me to join this match. So I think if you synchronize it together with your friends, I think it helps a lot.
So all of y'all followed through with your promises.
Yes, because we had
Wow.
responsible people who would scold us if we did not follow through.
So it's like, I like it again. It's like, once again, the positive peer influence is coming in again. Zifeng has surrounded himself with very good friends, and I hope all of us we do the same. I mean, not just students, right? All the teachers. So we should surround ourselves with positive influence, right? Okay, so Wei Si,
I think I'd like to.
before yes, I want to guide you a little bit. All right, how about what was the thing that made you snap?
Well, I guess it's really like I said just now. Like, what's my purpose here? What is my plan? What is my goal? And I realized that there was a lot at stake, and yeah, there's the right time to do certain things. Gaming, of course, is part of self-care. We need to de-stress ourselves once in a while, but if it consumes too much of your time, then I think you should really rethink. How you should be spending your time, lah. Yeah, so this why I wanted to add on to what Mr. Tang Zifeng actually mentioned. Like, they kind of made a schedule for themselves. So I think if, let's say, you are able to make your own routine or your own schedule, then I think it'll be really beneficial. So, like, for example, for me, back in my studying days, I decided when I snapped, I decided I'll study until 9 p.m. every day. And after that, whatever time I go home, I do not do any work. So I only do work in school until 9, okay, but it's a bit extreme, but yes, I really did that. And whatever time I go home, I don't touch my bag at all. And actually, I followed through with my habits even today as a teacher. So when I go home, I seldom, as much as possible, I do not open my laptop. I do not try to do any extra work. I do what is necessary.
But to
And
compensate for that, you give your 100%.
yes, of course.
Right? You give your 100%.
You know that I come early to school every day and I stay pretty, decently late, I guess. Yeah. But when I go home, yes, then it is completely. It's time for relax. I can do whatever I want. I can game if I want, but normally nowadays I don't really have time for that as well. So.
But it feels great, right? It feels like you're guilt free.
Yes.
Yes,
It's,
right, when
it's there's the
you're
right time
done
to
with
do
work.
anything. So that is how I did it. I don't know about what you all will do if whoever's listening, but I urge you all to just think about it, and I think you really see some changes in your life.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you to everyone here. Hopefully, our listeners have learned something, and that we teachers are just normal human beings. In fact, most people go through the same thing as well. We all go through similar struggles, right? And you can take this as a little bit of advice from some of us here. All right. Okay. With that being said, thank you for listening, and everyone, let's say goodbye together. 1, 2, 3. Goodbye.
Yes,
Huh?
we don't need our dun, 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 dun.
So this one can be an outtake, but
Maybe
we've heard
Let's
that
just keep it in. Let's continue going.
we've heard that
Continue.
that you all don't like our tan 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 tan, so we're gonna do it again.
1, 2, 3.
Tan 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 tan
Tan tan tang tung.
Tang.
Mr. Tang, you're spoiling this for us.
Tang.
no, it's tan tan tang ting, right?
Okay, I think that's all. That's
Okay,
enough.
that's
Okay.
enough. Okay,
Stop
that's
it.
enough.
Okay, thanks.
Okay,
thanks,
see you all.
bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye bye.